So, a very warm welcome to the session, dear team. I welcome you on behalf from Financial Analyst team. My name is Akash Malhotra, and I'll be your financial analyst for today's session. I'm very sorry, it was just a little glitch while we were just starting the streaming. So, I'm very happy to see you again after a complete week, and it's been very fascinating week. Especially, we have a lot of major economic news even lined up for us. Especially, like just within half an hour, we can see an amazing volatility in the market. So, we have a very good, strong upcoming potential right for us in the beginning. I will be telling you what were the good market updates, and we'll be also talking about some of the major market analysis that we have done so far and how the non-farm payroll probably can react on that front. Okay, so Mr. Karpia, I'm so sorry, I'm not able to pronounce your name. Mr. Ekpek said, good evening, Thomas. Sir, my name is Akash Malhotra. Good evening to you too, sir. Mr. Nervous Guy said, hello, sir. We will trade on NFP today. For today, you can see a greatest market volatility, especially since the non-farm payroll will be released. So, Mustafa ji, we will also be checking how the non-farm payroll will be reacting. If we have a good opportunity, we'll try to take a live trade on it. Mr. Karthikeyan said, hi. Mr. Karthikeyan, hi, sir. Okay, so Mr. Munawar said, sir, I'm in a big loss. I'm very sorry for your losses to all my dear traders and my family members. Let me tell you that in trading, profit and losses are the part of the journey that we are going to acclaim. Like our main objective is to make money, but at the same time, some of the times the losses are very uncertain. But make sure that you basically restrict your losses under certain percentage, so that even one day non-profitability or couple of days non-profitability will be definitely helping you out in the longer run. Okay, so R to R ratio, that means risk to reward ratio, is something which is very mandatory for all the clients. If you are risking your capital and if you are risking the capital on the higher front, make sure you reduce your losses to a certain extent. Whatever losses you made, you just quit the market for the specific day. Okay, and in case for all the clients, let me tell you, dear clients, if you have an advanced status or expert status client, if you have an advanced or expert status on Olymp Trade platform, go to help section and specially schedule a session with the financial analyst. That would be one-on-one session. There are a lot of colleagues of mine who will be telling you how to make money in the financial market under the different circumstances. We will try to also give you some insight about the loss compensation system, which we are working from a very long time, and it's been like crafted based on the client to client demands and request. You can go ahead and click on the help option and ask support a question. Get into the chat window and forward your request to the financial analyst team. Your request will be forwarded to us on the highest priority. Dear team, for today, we will be also taking some live trades in my trading account. So if you're copying my trades, be very careful, because like this, the way I'm streaming right now and what you will be watching, there will be a delay of like around 30 seconds or so. So if that happens, and even though I am taking trades in my live accounts, if you copy my trades, so there is a possibility that a delay in the execution can happen. So be very sure when you are copying my trades. Whatever trades I am taking in my trading account are based on my experience, which has been more than 5 years for me. And copying my trades, you are acting at your own discretion. So be very careful while you are doing it. If you want to practice whatever I'm teaching you for today in your demo account, that would be completely fine with me. Okay. At the same time, let me go ahead. Let's talk about the market analytics. We'll try to talk about the market fundamentals, what will be happening in the market, especially for today. And we'll do one thing also. We'll try to analyze non-farm payroll on a different front, not only for today, but we will have a major upcoming news impact in the next week as well. That means on Tuesday and Wednesday. These are the two major days on which we can make a good amount of profit in the longer front. Even may you take trades in FTT or Forex, it's completely fine, but your analysis matters a lot. If you have any question in particular, let me know in the comments section. I'll be reading your comments and replying to your concern as many as possible. Do not hesitate to ask any question in particular, since my objective is to help my clients, right? So no question can be like disheartened. It's very easy to ask questions, and since we as a financial analyst team, we will try to answer every single doubt if you have in your mind. Mr. Munawar ji said, Urdu mein baat karo, sir. Mr. Munawar, we have a special dedicated channels on Olymp Trade India where our analysts do speak Hindi language and Urdu language. So you can get on that Olymp Trade India channel. You can search in the Google, YouTube, especially in the search window, and you will be able to see that. Okay, let me go through your comments once again. We have a lot of comments for today and a lot of viewers as well. So thank you very much for joining the stream once again. Let me go through your comments and talk about the financial market particularly. Okay, so all-in-one delivery knowledge. Hello, sir. Namaste. Namaste, sir. Mr. Nervous Guy said, may you guide me on how to recover my losses. It would be very difficult for me. Like, we can help you out, but it will be requiring a special dedicated session. So I would request you to schedule a personal meeting with the financial analyst if you have an advanced and expert status client. Advanced status client can have at least one session in a month, and whereas expert status client can have 4 sessions in a month. So these can work like a charm with you, because like we will be also crafting the trading strategy and telling you how to read the fundamental news as well. Okay, let me go ahead with another comments. We have a lot of comments lined up for us. Mr. Charanjit ji said, sir, please tell me how can I maintain profit, because few trades get profit but after all the loss trade. If you have 3 consecutive non-profitable trades, take a break. Take a break of 10 to 15 minutes, because our trading psychology usually gets involved, and what we do, we try to recover our amount by using the martingale approach. For all the clients who doesn't know about the martingale approach, is the approach on which, like on every non-profitable trade, we try to double our amount to recover the losses. But the problem with this approach is, like, if you try to go ahead, if you start your trading from a higher volume, let's just say I basically started with like around $20. If $20 trade is negative, then 40, then 40 is negative, then 80, and 80 is negative, then 160. So overall in total, I will be in the huge non-profitability considering just 4 trades. So make sure whenever you are using martingale approach, we start with a very small amount and then we keep on doubling the amount. But if you have 3 consecutive non-profitable trades, it's better to take a break and then come with a refreshed mind and then take a trade. That would be very effective for you. This is what I usually do. Mr. Kerrypack said, hello Akash sir, can you say how to trade on crash index? It's way easy to make money on crash index. It's way easy. Not all people know about it, but this is a very convenient option to make money in the crash index. You can use a scalping method. Scalping is one of the easiest method to make money. I was actually analyzing the market from a very long time, especially on crash index, and it's one of the easiest assets to make money on. But yeah, you have to be very careful, and at the same time not to be greedy too much, because like crash index is a very volatile asset. Now in case if you want to make money in it, you have to just analyze it. Okay, so let me just take $10 trade in here. Even if it is non-profitable, I will be good to go ahead with it. So here you take a bare minimum profit margin of, if you are doing scalping, go ahead with 10 to 15% of the profit margin for the trade that you have executed. If you watch it very closely, even on every downfall, the green candle and red candle, whenever the red candle happens, is the sharper fall, and green candle is a steady approach in here. So when the candle falls, we can actually see at least one candle forms to be a good candle or the green candle. What your objective is, whenever the market collapses down, you take an up trade, you make 10 to 15% of the initial investment that you have made and you close the trade. That's an easy way to make money. Since, see, can you see this? If I just basically invested $10, although it's a risky trade right now, because we took the trade on the higher front, right? And the second most important thing that you need to understand is, whenever you see a lot of green candles happening to be here, a sharper downtrend can fall. Now see, we have a lot of green candle formation here. So there is a probability that a red candlestick can happen back to back. So you have to be very careful about this. So main objective is when the market crumbles down, you took a trade, you make 10 to 15% profit and you close the trade. Rather than opening up the trade in between, you try to catch the signal at the very beginning. Forex is very, no, it's not risky at all, Mr. Suman. FTT seems to be on the riskier front. See, as I told you, whenever there is a lot of green candle happens to be here, there will be sharper red candles happens. So this is what you need to be little careful about. And this is the special zone on which you never should open up a trade. Never, never open up a trade during this specific intervals. If you see a lot of green candles happening, so the fall will be again on the sharper front. So be very careful about this. Okay, so we have one question, sir. Multiplier क्या होता है? So multiplier is a leverage which has been offered by the company to increase your profitability by that many margin. You can find out a special section here in the help section. You can go to help center, write down forex, and everything about forex will be, you can find it out in here. In case if you want a special dedicated session, we'll be having a special session or YouTube webinar on the forex guide. Okay, you can see the forex guide in here. I hope I'm clear to you. Mr. Shubham Saini said hello, sir. Hello, Mr. Shubham. Okay, so all in one delivery knowledge said knowledge कैसे मिलता है, multiplier कैसे मिलता है. Multiplier is something which you can use only in forex. It's not available in fixed time trade. RC Suman said 5 seconds trade is okay in FTT mode. It's way riskier. It's pretty riskier. It's pretty riskier. Because once you go ahead with the 5 seconds duration chart, although at times you will feel like it's very easy to make money, but the thing is you can make a lot quick money, but you can also lose the amount at the greater extent. So it basically is depend upon your choice of trading, right? If you love fast paced trading, you can go ahead with 5 seconds duration. I usually prefer 1:2/3 formation. That means if I watch the graph for a minute duration, if you'll see, if I go watch the graph for a minute duration, my expiration time should be double or triple of it. That means if I'm watching the graph for a minute, my expiration time should be double or triple of the existing value. Mr. Harshdeep said, hello sir, कितनी minimum investment से start करना सही होता है? I would personally suggest you to it also depends upon the funds that you have in your accounts, but the best amount to start up the trading would be $100. Take the risk of around $10 and try to make around $15 to $20, and based on the strategy, not on the random trade. So main objective of every new trader should be able to gain a lot of knowledge during the time. You can visit the site. There are a lot of sites available. The first site which I can suggest to you, it would be Investopedia. Go ahead on Investopedia, and the very first article that you will be searching would be candlestick formation. Okay, we have a lot of questions coming up. We also need to embrace ourselves for the non-farm payroll. For all the major clients who didn't have any idea about the major economic news event, let me tell you, today the non-farm payroll will be released. And this is one of the biggest unemployment data releases by US. Is more than 340,000 firms participate in this data, and they share this data exclusively with the US government. What the US government basically do, they share this data into the public domain on first Friday of every month. Just a second, let me just check what will be happening, because there are 6 major ways to make money in it. But yeah, we have to get to the analysis part. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just opening on my dual screen, I'm opening economic calendar especially. Okay, and once we did that, we need to understand the economic calendar. So tell me how many of you guys know how to work up with the economic calendar. Hello, Akash sir, could you please tell me how to trade when the actual and forecast is same during the news? See, actual and forecast can be same, especially in unemployment rate. And I also believe this time the unemployment rate can be equal because it's all time high. It's 3.9, which is 1.5 years lowest unemployment. That means unemployment rate. It's the highest unemployment rate. I'm sorry. And that is one of the reason it can be around 3.9% or little lesser than that. There is a very less chances for it to be around 3.10%. We also had an ADP non-farm payroll news which was released, which was on the good front, but we have to get to know about that as well. 5 to 15 seconds chart mein, sir, it's difficult to like Mr. Suman, let me tell you, if you are watching the fast paced candles, it's very difficult to analyze the candle. Price action works effectively well on the higher time front, like 1 to 5 minutes duration, but like 5 seconds duration, it's very difficult to analyze the candle because the shorter the candle is, very the information is not that detailed enough from my point of view. Okay, so Mr. Narayana said, could you please tell me leading and lagging indicators? Yeah, sure. So leading indicator are those indicators which you do not have on the platform. Okay, so whatever the indicators that you can see here, these are the lagging indicators. Now, what's the difference between leading and lagging indicator? Leading indicators are been crafted using different set of indicators like SMA, EMA, parabolic, and they worked on the previous candle formation. And that is one of the reasons the lagging indicators is there. Okay. The second one would be leading indicators. Leading indicators include NFP, CPI, PPI, PMI, interest rate decisions, trade balance, economic rates, and GDP. These are major 6 trading economic news can impact the market to the greatest extent, and it's been released every month. The GDP data has been released once in every 3 months, and NFP has been released once in every month. Okay. Let's keeping ahead with the conversation. Mr. Red Entertainment said, hello sir, why are you not replying? I'm so sorry if I have missed your comment, sir. Actually, like there are a lot of comments going on so far. Yeah, can you explain Friday? Yeah, we will be taking some live trades on the Friday strategy itself, and I'll be telling you how to craft this trading strategy. Let me know how many of you have advanced status and expert status. For those clients who have a starter and advanced status, just type into the comment negative. If you have expert status, type in the comment as a positive symbol or the plus symbol. I will be able to see how many of you are advanced and expert status client. Mr. Keripak said, Akash sir, I'm planning to become news trader based on the economic calendar. What's your suggestion to me? I love taking trades on economic calendar. In fact, I make a lot of money during the major economic news event. So yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. You can make a lot of money, but your mathematical analogy should be on the money. That means on the track. On the track, you have to trade. Not everybody understand the market to the greatest extent. Our objective is to make money with those existing market condition, but understanding the market as well. Okay. So let's we have been talking from past I believe 20 minutes. Let's continue our conversation regarding the strategy, and at the same time we will also try to understand what will happen in NFP in particular. Okay. I will be reading your comments, but during the NFP time, I have to analyze the data as well. So there will be might delay in my response. I'm very sorry about that. Okay, so for today, we will be trying one of the simplest trading strategy. You can see it in the title of this video. It's the Friday strategy. Friday strategy is based on three different set of exponential moving averages. Now, if you don't know what are the exponential moving averages, I'll tell you right away. So the name of the strategy is Friday trading strategy. Let's just apply the strategy first of all. You click on this A symbol, this technical analysis symbol. Here you go ahead on the strategy section, scroll it down, and you will see Friday trading strategy with the two arrows. For those clients who do not have any statuses, that means if you have a starter status, I'll tell you how to craft this trading strategy particularly. You click on this Friday trading strategy, click on enable strategy option. As soon as you enable this, first of all, what you will see here is the YouTube tutorial of the video, and then you will have an option to enable the strategy. Click on the enable strategy option. You will see three different set of EMAs are applied automatically, and once you close these, everything will be applied automatically. You do not need to apply anything at all from the basics. Okay, and here I will tell you how to work up with the strategy under the different circumstances. We will also taking some live trades in our trading account. So I hope you like today's session. If you have any question, anything at all that you want to ask me, I will be there to help you out, dear team. Okay, so we have another comment. Charanjit ji said, sir, can you tell me 3 consecutive loss take break, but how much profit trade enough, because after some profit all I get losses. So you have to decide how much profit margin you have selected at the specific interval. So what I usually do, my daily profit margin lies from anytime between $500. If I have the best day, it went again to $4,000 as well. So it is actually based on the amount that I have in my live account, right? So the targeted amount should not be under any circumstances greater than 20% if you have the capital lesser than $200 or something. Or you can go ahead with like 15% or 10% as well, but it shouldn't exceed 20%. This is the maximum cap value that you can select. Okay. All right. Right now what you can see is all the doji candles formation. The trading strategy will not work at all right now, because it's just few inches before the news impact. Even though I'll apply the trading strategy, I'll take some strategy and I'll tell you why did I took the trade in that specific direction. But right now there are very less likelihood of the chances for this trading strategy to work because of the major economic news event which will be released within 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes. What we need to observe is whether the data supports our analogy or not. Anyway, so the name of the strategy is the Friday trading strategy. Now what you can see is the 3 different set of EMAs. These are the exponential moving averages. So exponential moving averages, how they basically work? If you'll see, we have 3 combinations. The EMA 55 line. The smallest one which you can see on the purple color is the EMA 5. The second one is another EMA, and the third one is EMA 55. We have 3 different set of EMAs, 5, 13 and 55. When the smallest EMA crosses the any other EMA, may it be like 13 or 55, if it is crossing from bottom to top, we took the trade in upward direction. And if it is crossing from top to bottom, we took the trade in downward direction. Now, what's going on here? As I told you, the market will be very volatile right now. The reason behind that is, okay, so one of the trades seems to be profitable, nice. So here, what if we see it very closely, due to the non-farm payroll, you can see all the doji candles happening to be here. Now it's really uncertain to take a trade, and that's why in the very first segment I use the risk-free trade, because it will not only be impacting the market, but it will hamper the performance of gold on every asset. Okay, so within 3 minutes you can see the biggest volatility so far on any specific asset of your choice. Let me see how is the volatility. Just go ahead with like, okay, so that means around 7% we are seeing in here. Okay, good, good. Okay, I will also be executing couple of trades. I will be trying for today especially. Just a second, let me prepare a setup order for this. Just a second, dear team. I'm going ahead with the analysis because just the 2 minutes are remaining, and probably we can have a little higher volatility. All right, we'll be seeing about that. And there will another thing that I have to do. Okay, just give me a moment, team. I am trying to analyze market, and if you can see, the gap has been become a little broader one. With every second, it is moving closer to the non-farm payroll or around 7 p.m. Okay, let's do another thing in here. Okay, I hope you can see my screen. Okay, so Mr. Karipak said, thank you, sir. You're welcome, sir. Har Har Mahadev said, hi, sir. Charanji said, I followed your advice. I would highly recommend you, like, do not get carried away in trading. This is the first and foremost very important request from my end. We'll see how the market reacts because, like, probably right now the market seemingly very volatile. And how much seconds are remaining right now? 13 seconds are remaining, no? Okay, let's try to take a trade. I have to watch the calendar. Okay, where it is? Yeah, here it is. How many seconds? 0 seconds. Okay, shooting up, nice. Okay, we made a very small profit in it because of the higher volatility, but we were able to make a good amount of profit. Okay. Okay, let me check another. Let me check my another trade which I have taken somewhere here on my dual screen. Just a second. Okay, nice, nice, good. Let's close this. Let's close this. Nice. So, can you see my trade right now? So, we ended up making around 89% just within how much minute, I believe? Within couple of minutes. So, that's an amazing return which we have seen. And this is how the non-farm payroll works. Now, you see USD JPY is rising, no? But the value of gold will be decreasing right now. Let's just look at the gold candle right now. This is what I have predicted for the USD to be also on the positive front. So non-farm payroll is positive, and so as the unemployment rate, it has to go on the higher side. Let's just go ahead with USD JPY again. It will follow upward trend for some particular duration of time. Let's just go ahead with $300 once again. That will be will take the risk factor of around. Okay, let it recover. Let it recover. Let it recover. I believe it still has some good chances to move into the upward direction. We took the trade of like around 30% risk factor in here. Okay, let me just increase the volume. So we took the trade in NFP, the 89% profitability is already there. And what's up with this? It will try to recover, but however the data usually predicts, so the unemployment rate has been decreased by 0.2%. That's an amazing data. It's an amazing data. Nice, nice, nice. So the value of Euro USD must be plumbing down. I will advance the trade. Let me look into the other fronts. Okay, I have to check what's happening with Euro USD. It must be falling down. Nice. We'll go ahead with like just a very bare minimum amount. And shall we go ahead with 200? Let's go ahead with 200 because I'm very positive. I'm very positive that USD will rise one way or another. At least for couple of minutes, maybe, or 30, probably 30 more. 13 more minutes is what I want to say. Okay. Let me just watch the graph for a minute and we'll see the volatility. Is it staying around the same price? I still believe it will go into the downward. Euro USD has to fall down. Yeah, it started giving us profit. Nice. Nice. USD JPY started giving us profit. Okay. Because of both of the datas are on the positive front, I still believe it has a higher chances to move ahead. Nice. What I'll be doing, I'll be just observing. So today, we were actually about to talk about the strategy, but because of the non-farm payroll, which you can are able to see it in here, so there will be still some scope left for us to make a little amount of money. Okay. So SL seems to be a little closer. Let me just pull it a little down. So what happened recently right now, if you'll see my screen, the non-farm payroll data was released. And the non-farm payroll along with the unemployment rate both tends to be positive, which I was very sure about because 3.9% chances are very less. It was all-time high and there was very less likelihood of the chances for the same. Now since this data has been released, I believe it will rise to certain extent, but we cannot be very sure about the financial market. It's also based on the trader's psychology and the analogy at the very moment. So what we are doing right now is we waiting for, if you'll see, it will be impacting all the pair except index, because index usually contains more than 100 or 200 pairs at a time, especially if I'm talking about the Asia Composite Index. So that's why you will see no volatility on the Asia Composite Index front. Commodity Composite Index, no volatility, absolutely no volatility based on the major economic news. But like if you'll see Euro USD, it will be plumbing down. GBP USD, it should also be plumbing down, right? It is one of the biggest candle. If we could have used 200 as a leverage, that could have been profitable for us. Anyways, we still were able to make like around 89% profit, especially on the NFP. So that was good. I still believe, and I do, it's still, we can see some sort of volatility on USD JPY especially. It has to rise based on the existing circumstances. And the same thing would be with the Euro USD. If you'll see GBP USD is rising, the candle of Euro USD and GBP USD seems to be always equal. Okay. Now, under these circumstances, if you try to use any specific strategy, it will certainly not gonna work. It will certainly not gonna work. So we have to take trades if you are using the strategy. Okay, so to all the new traders, the name of the strategy is is Friday trading strategy. It basically uses three EMAs altogether. See, the smallest EMA which has been shown by the purple line, it is the smallest EMA. The second one is EMA 13 and the third one is EMA 55. When the smallest EMA crosses any other EMA in whatever direction, that's where we basically take a trade. But at the same time, let me just use another indicator for the confirmation. We'll be using parabolic for the period of 0.02. Okay, a slight crossover happened. Let me just go ahead and open up a trade with this. Okay, it's on the profitable front. Nice. I believe you guys are enjoying today's special session with me. I hope you are enjoying it. We still will be talking about the market to a certain extent, to a greatest value, and I'll also be telling you what will be the upcoming market event. So this is just the one small major economic event which recently has happened. We have another events lined up for us, especially on Tuesday and Thursday. On Tuesday, we will have an event which we call it as consumer price index, which will be an inflation indicator. Okay, so we could have taken a trade in gold. That could have been profitable. Anyways, let's switch between assets. So here what we did follow the trend. We made around $3 profit, and instead of staying at the price level, we basically closed the trend. Okay. All right, let's move ahead again. Let's try to find some good signals right now, because since on the currency pair the volatility will be on the higher front, what we will do, we'll switch to fixed time trade mode, and majorly we'll try to execute trades on the index itself, because on the currency front it would be very difficult because of the non-farm payroll which has recently released. Okay, let's try to see the assets. What I want you to do is to analyze it. So first of all, we have three lines. The purple line is the smallest EMA. Okay. Okay, all right. The purple line is the smallest EMA, and we have this yellow line which is a moderate EMA of 13, and this line which is acting as a EMA of 55. So these three can work out for us. If the smallest EMA crosses yellow line or this line, so we have to execute a trade specifically in that direction. So our maximum rate of return will be also depending upon it. Right now the market will be highly volatile, so dear trader, I request you to be very careful in the trading because of the major economic news event which recently has released. And I'll tell you a little trick for working out with index. Now if you watch it very closely, especially on any index, if you will see, it majorly varies when there is a support and resistance level. That's one way to make money in it. And you can use this in your advantage. You can basically use this in your advantage, because this is what I have been working on from a very long time, and I found out it's an easiest way to make money. So you use support and resistance level, you make the money, you leave the market. You can use this approach in trading. Let's just switch the asset and I'll show you some live trades in it. There's a recovery or reversal happening, so we will not close the trade in here. Let's switch between assets once again. Especially on index is what we are seeing right now. So top to bottom crossover, the dot confirmation was there, but the candle formation is green right now, so we cannot rely on this. Let me switch to another asset once again. No signal in here. Okay, continuous doji candle formation. So yeah, dear traders, if you'll see, there is a lot of continuous doji candlestick happening to be here. Be very careful about this. Okay, so we had a support level in here. Let's go ahead and try to recover our trades. Although if we could have executed in this specific level, that could have been better. If this trading strategy is not working out, especially on 5 minutes duration for 1 minute duration and 3 minutes expiration time, try to increase your expiration time. The higher the expiration time you select, the volatility of the asset will be decreased by that many extent. So it would be or can act as a good level for buying and selling. Okay, let's look at our last trades. So this Euro Composite Index trade went profitable. What about the Mahajantar Index? It's a very close call, and that's why we have given 3 minutes duration expiration time for this trade to follow that specific direction. We can see it is acting as a level of support, this specific level. So it will take like around couple of more minutes to settle down at that price level, and the trade is on the profitable front right now. Let's wait for the expiration time to close. Let's see. Okay, Euro USD is rising. Nice. So it basically whatever by the margin it fall, it basically recovered completed margin. So that's good. Let's select another asset. Okay, let's switch between assets once again. So here the dot confirmation is there. Let's switch the asset on 1 minute duration. So it's recovering very fast. Nice, nice. What's wrong with Euro USD? Let's check it once again. The strength at which it fall, it basically recovered entirely. Okay, okay. Let's wait for the market to subside. Let's check between the asset once again. No signal in here. Do we have a signal in here? Yeah, we had a signal in this right now, but not right now, since it would be very dicey to open up a trade right now. Let's skip this, change it to another one. Okay, so crossover happened at that price and still a doji candle. What volatility if you are seeing right now, dear team, it's because of the data which has been released, non-farm payroll, and yeah, it's an amazing data to work up with. Okay, let's change the asset once again. Let's look at our last trade. How did it went? We haven't seen it. Okay, yeah, here it is. It's again positive. So see, whenever this EMA, the smallest EMA, crosses another EMA from bottom to top, and at the same time what we have seen, there is a very quick support level which it started bouncing off, and that's what we use it for our advantage. We took the trade and it's profitable. Especially we took it for a minute duration graph and 3 minutes duration expiration time. So 1, 2, 3 trades are profitable. Let's just change to another one. Okay, so Euro Composite Index, let's look at the last support and resistance level. This is acting as a good level of resistance, and the signal is actually generated at this price level. We cannot be very sure about this, because what you can see here is the continuous doji candle formation is not that very strong signal for us, and we also can see that this level is a good level of resistance. So what we will be doing, we will be waiting for this to break this resistance level, and if it does, we will take the trade in the same direction. We have to wait for the next candle to appear right now. Okay, let's look for some more trades. You see, it started showing us the red candle, so that means the market is recovering right now. So we were right. We were actually right. So the market is basically started recovering. Okay, let me just use another history trade. We have some plenty available. Okay, so here the problem arises when you look at these candles and you see a level of resistance. You have to be little skeptical about trading, even though the signal was generated. But you have to use your common sense of support and resistance level here. Okay. Let's try changing asset once again. I'll be going ahead with the higher volume. So there is a crossover happening. Okay. Let's take a trade. We could just increase the duration by 3 minutes. That would have been better. Okay. See, even we did took a trade, but the thing here in this situation, though, because of the market volatility and non-farm payroll, everything seems to be haywire right now. Okay, on index there is no level. Okay, let's just skip this. Okay, so for all the traders, the name of the strategy is Friday trading strategy. I would suggest you or request you as of now, because of the market volatility is on the higher front, be very careful about the trading part. We will have the major economic news even just right now, and just because of that fact, the market volatility is on the higher front, so be very careful about that. Okay, so this one seems to be on the profitable front, Europe Composite Index, but I hope it did not take the support of this, because if it does, we still have some time left on Euro Composite Index. Okay, so I believe around 13 to 14 seconds are remaining for Euro Composite Index to close. It's profitable, right? We have one continuous coming in coming up. Mr. Filmstar said, "Please give me 700. I start fast, right? First deposit 700 rupees." I didn't get you a question, sir. I can Google pay 700 and I can trade. I'm not able to understand your comments, but unfortunately, sir, due to the regulations of the platform, uh, we cannot create any sort of funds in your trading account. Well, the easiest way to make money, first of all, what I want you to do is to analyze the market in the demo account and then switch to the live one and then start trading. So first of all, you have to spend a lot of time in the market analysis and understanding. Okay, so the crossover happened in here, Asia Commerce. Let me see, do we have any support and resistance? No. Okay, so let me just switch to the smaller amount. Let me just go ahead with the $5. It's a very strong trend going on so far, so the expiration time shouldn't be higher than 2 minutes or so. Top to bottom crossover, parabolic dot is also suggesting a downtrend, and what we have seen, there is a no level of support and resistance yet so far for this asset, and that's why we took the trade into the downward direction. For all the new traders, I hope you are liking today's session. If you have any questions that you want to ask me, please, I'll be more than happy to answer all your queries, dear team. Okay, we were actually taking some good trades. One of the trade for the gold is non-profitable. It's because of the market volatility, probably. Asia Composite Index is on the dicier side, like it is showing us the green, red, green, red. We'll see about some more assets right now. We will try to recover our funds at the same time. Remember, this no trading strategy can be 100% accurate. So our objective is to enter a trade, maximize our profitability and leave the market. So it's on the support side, right? There's a rejection coming on here so far. So I believe it can bounce back from this price level. Okay, let's look at it. A red candle happening to be here. Since there is a rejection in the both the side, this can be a little riskier to open up the trade. Okay, let's switch to another assets. Okay, crossover. downward direction trend. Okay, let's do this. We can use $5 if we trade in downward direction. I certainly still not believe on this asset because of the market volatility. The market is on the stronger front, and that's why we are using the bare minimum value for trading. It's a bare minimum value because of the major impactful news event. The market volatility is on the stronger front, and we have to be very skeptical while we are doing this. Okay, just a second. Let's see. Do we have any other news lined up for us? Okay, so it's a very dicey signal right now on gold. Okay, so our Asia Composite Index trade finally become profitable, which we have concluded from the strategy itself. So, dear team, I hope you are enjoying today's special webinar, and it's lovely to meet you. And I'll be waiting for you in the next week. We will also see some positive results in the next week, especially regarding the consumer price index data and producer price index data, which will be released day after Tuesday. That means on Wednesday the PPI data will be released. It's lovely to meet you once again. My name is Akash Malhotra. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Olymp Trade. We will be there to assist you in every possible way. It's me, Akash Malhotra, signing off from today's webinar. Thank you very much for being with me in my journey. I'll be seeing you in the next week.